What's up, guys? Your boys are back. I'm Ryan, my man George.
Yeah, shout out to everybody. Free thinkers
You know
and all
what it
that.
is. You know, shout out to everybody on Def to Radio. Y'all blew us up.
Yes, y'all did.
You know what I'm saying? On Instagram, follow us on Instagram, Def to Radio, DEF #2 Radio. Everybody was like, man, the game is going after Eminem. What?
Okay.
I don't know. What did he say? The Black Slim? The Black Slim and shit? It's like, what the hell is this shit about?
This is what reactions are for, man. Shit like
Yes,
this.
it is.
The shit like this are what people love reactions for, man. So you know we had to get to it. We just came off the Game freestyle. Make sure y'all check that video out as well. That's all the LA Leakers freestyle that Game just did. Check that video out. That was dope. He's got Drillmatic going right now. He just dropped Drillmatic, which I said in that LA Leakers freestyle, I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if that's in contention for album of the year. Now, I don't know how the album's sounding or whatever the case may be. We've been sort of in the dark. Give us some feedback on what the album sounded like. Definitely give us some suggestions as well for songs that you want us to do off of this, even outside of this one. We're not going to try to get every line. I know we say that, and then we try to get every line, but this time, 10 minutes and 25 seconds, we're going to let a lot of this shit rock and give you, like, overall thoughts on it. So give us some feedback on it, just the... you know, why he's dissing Eminem. I've heard him in interviews talking about Eminem. I'm trying to get to the root of why he even started getting on that type of time.
Because he's got an album coming out.
Yeah, there we go. Give you a perfect timing. All right, let's get into it, man. The Game, the Black Slim Shady. Almost grabbed my phone and shit.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like every time I switch,
Hey, Grandma.
somebody else gets the same.
Yeah, I'm still out making my Uber runs. I'll be home soon. I just got one more pickup, kind of close to 8 Mile. Okay.
Supposed to be,
Love you too.
Eminem.
Who made the beat? Hit Boy?
Shady aftermath, yeah. Me and Hit Boy back on our shit. Let's go. Yeah. I don't think they know who they fucking with. Pull that truck around. I'm the Black Slim Shady. I own
Black
the
Shady.
hit with my ultimates.
I'm sorry. Damn, I don't want to stop. I'm gonna let it rock.
I know.
But this is a combination of you can hear an Eminem type. The melody and the beat sounds Eminem-ish, and then the chorus sounds like some shit 50 did from 2003, like prime 50, right? Get Rich or Die Trying. It sounds like a 50 Cent chorus. The beat is hot to me though, and I actually like the chorus. I'm saying it sounds like 50, but the beat is. Shout out to Hit Boy, Brian King Joseph, and whoever else was involved with the beat. The beat is still hard though. Don't mind me if I duke. Shout out to shout out to Don't Mind Me If I Duke.
I don't think they know who they fucking with. Pull that truck around, niggas is ducking clips. Hi, I'm the Black Slim Shady. I own the hit with my ultimates. I tiptoe around in my trucks and shit. Hi, I'm the Black Slim Shady. It's game, sick in the brain, sick as the day that I came. Hennessy running through my veins, I load up the clip and aim. Sick of you niggas talking like you won't get wet in the rain. Now I'm singing Frank Ocean and you get hit with this Novocaine. Sick and tired of niggas, bitches and critics, they all the same. Lame games, they playing line, trying me for my name. I stick my dick in your podcast. Tell a bitch on the show just to lick the tip, it's ridiculous. She watching it grow, cross-sided crosshairs on my enemies. If you cross the street, you run into me, crash into a light bulb. Now you calling out the driver's side like it's in the B. And me, I'm finna be on a jet to the Philippines. Philippines, kick the Kool-Aid over, tell God don't intervene. While I'm smashing some weedy pussy to smithereens. The G-A, Ficky M, pay my face, I'm him. Putting this big black dick in your skims. I don't think they know who they fucking with.
Yo, I don't know what people were saying about
Pull
this.
that truck around.
I don't know what people were saying about this. I see what he's doing, right?
Yeah.
And you know, sick at the brain, you know, he's taking the Eminem cadences, flows, or whatever the case may be. You know, no one's ever gonna be able to do that like Eminem. Let's just be clear.
Right.
I admire his ambition. I admire that. He's got the fucking stand or whatever that was snippet in the beginning of the song.
Uber driver and shit.
It's a storyline going. And then he imitates Eminem's flow here. Then the beat is hard. I actually like the chorus. I mean, to me it sounds good, and I like the effort. I like the ambition in this so far. All right, man, let's keep it rocking.
I tiptoe around in my trucks and shit. Hi, I'm the black Slim Shady. I killed Dr. Dre in my basement last night. I was wasted last night. I went apeshit last night. Chopped his body up and forgot where I placed it last night. Had a slice of humble pie, I couldn't taste it last night. Lost my taste and my smell, I got a Marion. Me and Dr. Fauci with the crazy girls, and then we got our party on. So fee, fi, fum, I'm with 40 going dumb, not E40 the other 40. I'm with Canadians at Drake House, having a stakeout. And I'm so tired of ordering takeout. What's beef? Beef is when you tell a chef to bring them steaks out. So let's play house with the Dracos and the AR. Stay the fuck up off of Stanley grass and take a shit in their yard. And my dick stay hard when I see Lizzo on the internet. Another BBL, my dick get little on the internet. My intellect is NFTs and cryptos. I can never be a crypto. I tiptoe with my red rag around 6 O's.
Chuck?
Okay.
Yeah.
V-Chain?
Hey, man,
okay, we
let's-
can stop it there, man. What you thinking, Ryan?
You know, man, it's I'm trying to take it in, man. The bottom line is I understand what he's doing, man. He's trying to take this this Eminem, Slim Shady type of like flow, and I think what he's trying to do, because as you said earlier, only Eminem, that the way he's able to use those multiple syllable usage and the way he's able to, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I think what he's doing is he's taking elements of that flow. Even though I know what he's doing, I don't like that sound. Even though no disrespect to Eminem, no disrespect
You don't like
to
the
Game.
zany cadence that
don't.
Eminem comes with.
Yeah, I
Because
just
I want to
don't.
make sure people, that's a good point. That zany cadence with that tone that Game is intentionally trying to do.
Right.
He's intentionally trying to mock like Eminem's flow. But also at the same time, I feel like it's almost kind of paying a dude homage. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like,
that's true.
It's a weird sort of thing, because I feel like it makes you appreciate what Eminem does, but also I think it highlights at the same time what I think some of Eminem's weaknesses are as well. Because no one can do it like Eminem.
Correct.
So he's able to pull off. He's nice. He's able to pull off a lot of corny shit because he then follows it up and it's wrapped in an intricate bow of other fly shit that he does. A lot of great technical things that he does. But I think Game mocking him, like you were kind of getting to, Ryan, I think highlights just how ridiculous Eminem
Is
probably
with that.
can be, because he does have bars like some of the bars that Game is spitting in here. The Omarion shit is hilarious.
Yeah.
Because, people were calling Omicron Omarion when it first came out. So.
I got a Marion.
Again, I like the attempt. You can tell effort was put into this.
Yes.
Whether or not you like it or not is one thing, but the effort that Game put into this and mocking Slim and trying to encompass what Eminem is about, just his cadences and everything and the flows. And I actually thought he did a pretty good job in the first verse with the sick in the brain. I thought he did a pretty good job in that.
Yep.
But the second verse I thought was kind of, I hate using this word, cringy. Yes,
Yeah.
it is. It got a little cringy because it's just like you're not that guy. You're not the zany, wild character. That's just more natural for Eminem. So I think a lot of people, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people were just kind of cringed out by that, and they're probably going to let that overshadow what's really being done overall in the song. I think there's some really dope shit that Game is doing overall.
That's true.
But that part right there, I think, is gonna really bother people. Him doing that zany shit, because you just sound ridiculous. It's like Wesley Snipes and Tu Wong Fu and shit. Like, you just look ridiculous. You just look like, why are you trying?
That
to
is
wear...
a great analogy. That was the dumbest shit in the world.
But they don't get that. But look up Wesley Snipes and Tu Wong Fu. Just Google images of Wesley Snipes. Like, you can't do that. You should never do that. All right, man. Let's keep it going.
Lost my taste and my smell, I got a Marion. Me and Dr. Fauci went to crazy girls, and then we got our party on. So fee, fi, fum, I'm with 40 going dumb, not E40 the other 40. I'm with Canadians at Drake House, having a stakeout. And I'm so tired of ordering takeout. What's beef? Beef is when you tell a chef to bring them steaks out. So let's play house with the Dracos and the AR. Stay the fuck up off of Stanley grass and take a shit in their yard. And my dick stay hard when I see Lizzo on the internet. Another BBL, my dick get little on the internet. My intellect is NFTs and cryptos. I can never be a crypto. I tiptoe with my red rag around 6 O's.
Chuck?
Yeah,
Hey man, let's get you out the rain.
good looking. How's your night going, bro?
I'm cool, man. You don't need that mask. Nobody cares about that shit anymore.
You got a charger up there with you?
Yeah, for sure. It reaches all the way back there, too.
Good looking, homie. Hey, yo, I really fuck with that starter cap. That shit hard as fuck.
Crazy story behind it. My brother Stan, rest in peace, he gave me this hat 22 years ago.
Damn.
It's my favorite.
Can I see that shit for a minute?
Yeah, sure.
Oh shit, this motherfucker autographed and everything. Who signed it for you?
Eminem. He used to be like this rap god. Man, me and my brother praised him. That's when I was little. I don't really like any of his new stuff. Whoa, wait. I know where we're going. Wait, why do you have a...
Yo, shut the
Hey man, I'm driving. I'll get you there. Wait, I'll take you. I'm a fan. It's cool too, man. You don't need to do
All I got is my word, my dick and my Mac 10. One thing you can never have is my motherfucking black skin. This ain't no suit that I wore. This ain't a mansion, a hanging plaque. This ain't no stupid award. So, he goes platinum and I'm on the map with him. He got all the blackest friends. He wants to be African. Me left for dead on the doctor's advocate. Dre never executive produced it, I just imagined it. Here goes the magic tricks, candy shops and the magic stick. D'Angelo baby got in shape to whip your ass again. You depressed, you just masking it. You pop an Adderall, a Vicodin, and an aspirin, but the math wasn't mathing it. So pass me the torch, cause the torture in my mind with the voice that defied rhymes will force the blind eye to see that I was in the white Rolls Royce with 5 nines when you was pretending to be the white Royce, the 5'9". I just crossed the fine line, might just force the white guy to call D12 so he can be the pork that grinds swine. And the biggest rap in Detroit, that award is Sean Don. So uncork the Chardonnay and stick my fork in white wine. I never heard you in a club, I never heard you in a bar. 11 albums and 10 never got play inside of my car. I'd rather listen to Snitch 9 like 69 times and participate in 69s with 69 nuns than listen to you. You're a Karen, call the cops, tell him it's a black man on your block with a Glock and he got it cocked. And the tattoos on his face is a star and a teardrop. He's standing on a till drop and he says he can feel Pac in the air like Phil Collins. Listen to him, he's still wildin'. Epstein's chasing me around Epstein Island. So silence, I'm thinking, nothing rhymes with orange. So 50, Slim Shady, please stand up. Shoot the fade with me. I love to put these hands up. I could 40 Glock you unarmed. Drop the world on your head with one arm. This Slim and Haley's with me, and she's unharmed for now.
Dad, I'm really scared.
These is the deepest secrets I keep, and I be on defense, cause G's ain't supposed to fold up. With all the facades I hold up, inside of my mind I froze up. I'm cold as COVID, Ebola, the Spanish flu and Corona, the Zika virus, pneumonia is deep inside my persona. On each side of my shoulders is demons chasing Jehovah, the renegade or the soldier. I really gave it to Hova. How I feel, 23 years still ain't penetrating the culture. You are not top 5 in mine, big or pop eyes. No Andre, no Nas, stop telling white lies. Sniff a white line. This the right time. I Suge Knight, Vanilla Ice. I'm not Mr. Nice Guy. I'm crazy. I'm crazy. I'm not Mr. Nice Guy. I'm crazy. Dre, no, I'm crazy. Way to fucking go. You done pissed off Jimmy, Universal, and Interscope.
All right, man, let's stop.
I got Jimmy.
Yeah, there's a lot in there that we can really touch on. The penetrating the culture line is super hard.
That is.
Because I think that's such a great psychoanalysis of what I feel like. Because when you think about Eminem, think about it. Eminem is one of the biggest selling artists of all time. Like, he's loved. He has got a fucking ravenous fan base that will literally probably die for him. Like, he's loved. He gets awards. He actually gets respect. Some of the greatest rappers of all time have given Eminem the respect and his just due for how dope he is.
Yeah.
I mean, for his skill set.
Yep.
But yet he still seems unhappy. So you have to ask yourself, why doesn't he seem satisfied to me? So to me, that's how it comes off. He doesn't seem satisfied, but not in a way like he's just trying to be great, but in a way that he still feels like he's not getting his just due. So that line, when he said 23 years and still ain't penetrating the culture, I think that could be it. The bottom line is, man, those environments that he's talking about, barbershops, clubs, you know, this and that, cookouts, barbecues, a lot of the greatest rappers of all time, their music was born in those neighborhoods. Most of them were born in these environments where this music is played. So when Game says, I don't play you in a bar, I don't play you in a club, I don't hear your music anywhere, I think that's indicative of what he's getting at. Yeah. Like, your music doesn't resonate with the demographic that made hip-hop hip-hop. Yeah. And it bothers you because Eminem loves hip-hop and he's a student of the game and he has shown nothing but love and respect for hip-hop. So I think it bothers him. I think it festers inside of him that he's not getting that same. He's getting a lot of love, but he's not getting that upper echelon love like a lot of the other greats are in those certain circles. He's getting a lot of love from his fans. If you look on the internet, you would think, oh, yeah, he's fine. But I think he knows in certain conversations and certain talks, he's not getting that stamp. That's why I think that line hits hard. That was a long
hurts,
way,
yeah.
Saying that line hits.
It was very, very hard for a white dude to come into a culture like hip hop and be respected. And he made big waves in that. So now for him to say 23 years later and still hasn't penetrated the culture, I think there's been a kind of a recession, like a backslide for Eminem. You know what I'm saying? In the face of the people that really listen to hip hop. So, and I think that shit hurts. That's why I think that line
for someone who's so passionate. Yep.
Yeah, I think that hurts. You know what I'm saying? Whether you believe it or not is irrelevant. Yeah. But I think that's the reasoning behind it.
Take it for what it is. It's not that Eminem literally hasn't penetrated hip hop. He's one of the biggest names in hip hop, and people respect Eminem, so he's penetrated in that respect. That's not what Game is getting at, though. He's getting that upper echelon love that the greats of the greats you typically receive. He's not usually when we're talking about the demographic that he's talking about, he's not usually even thought of. You know what I'm saying? And I think Eminem wants to be the greatest. He wants to be. That's why he calls himself Rap God and the GOAT and all this other shit. Anything less than that is a failure to Eminem. So when he's not in those conversations, it affects him, which makes that line impactful to both me and Ryan.
This is demons chasing Jehovah, the renegade or the soldier. I really gave it to Hova. How I feel. 23 years still ain't penetrating the culture. You are not top 5 in mine, big or pot eyes. No Andre, no Nas. Stop telling white lies. Sniff a white line. This the right time. I Suge Knight, Vanilla Ice. I'm not Mr. Nice Guy.
Yeah. That was a hard line.
That was
a hard line.
Stop telling white lies. Go ahead, Ryan. Stop telling white lies is what he said.
Because the reason why that hit so hard is because the stop that we just had, the conversation that we just had surrounding that, a lot of who's respected in hip hop, Biggie, Pac, no Andre 3000 is a super dope lyricist, right? Nas, these are all people that I don't give a fuck who you ask that know anything about hip hop. These guys are top 5. You know what I'm saying? Typically. Probably top 10. But the moral of the story, man, when he says that, stop telling white lies, man, it's a double hit to the face right there. Because it just came off of you're not penetrating the culture, and then you're not top 5 in mine or Nas.
It's lies that white people tell is what he's saying.
Digging the fucking.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah, just digging the
white
fucking
lies. White people are saying that shit, not motherfuckers who resonate with the culture are saying that shit. Now, whether or not you disagree is one thing, but the artistry and how he said that is dope.
Yeah.
It just is. All right, man, let's keep it going.
Nothing rhymes with orange. So 50-50, Slim Shady, please stand up. Shoot the fade with me. I love to put these hands up. I could 40 Glock you unarmed. Drop the rap on your head with one arm. This Slim and Haley's with me, and she's unharmed for now.
Yeah.
I'm really scared.
These is the deepest secrets I keep, and I be on defense, cause G's ain't supposed to fold up with all the facades I hold up. Inside of my mind I froze up. I'm cold as COVID, Ebola, the Spanish flu and Corona, the Zika virus, pneumonia is deep inside my persona. On each side of my shoulders is demons chasing Jehovah, the renegade or the soldier. I really gave it to Hova. How I feel. 23 years still ain't penetrating the culture. You are not top 5 in mine, big or pot eyes. No Andre, no Nas. Stop telling white lies. Sniff a white line. This the right time. I Suge Knight, Vanilla Ice. I'm not Mr. Nice Guy. I'm crazy. I'm not Mr. Nice Guy. I'm crazy.
It's funny because it's
Dre, no. Way to fucking go. You didn't pissed off Jimmy, Universal, and Interscope. Nope, I got Jimmy, Slim, 50, and Universal, Interscope. I'm shadier than him. I'm crazier than Kim. So when the bat signal goes up in the clouds above the buildings, I hope you live long enough to see heroes turn into villains. Or you think I'm a joker? Well, riddle me this. You love your mother? Well, I'm cleaning out your closets for you and your half brother. And I told you when I was in Detroit, I wanted to go to 8 Mile. Cause when I was little to get some M&Ms, I had to walk 8 miles. But you wouldn't leave the studio. Your life is on loop. That's why I'm doggy in style, cause niggas rather bump Snoop. And I'm a lyrical 50 cal. Leave his brains all thin when the game's all in. Then the chainsaw ring, ring.
You pissed off at Jimmy, Universal, and Interscope. So I know I got Jimmy, Slim, 50, and Universal, Interscope. That was hard, man.
All right, man, let's keep it going.
And I'm a lyrical 50 cal. Leave his brains all thin when the game's all in. Then the chainsaw ring, ring.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello? Page and Dr. Dre. He ain't got a lot to say, but since Curtis always do, let him write the rhymes for you. Tell him to clip the wings on my butterfly tat and force him back in the cocoon. Or does he still rap? Or did he ever change your heart too? The chick on the show wasn't picking me and Mariah wasn't picking you. So the cannons is blam blam, and if it jammed then I unjam it and wipe down my stripper pole with the head grease from your bandana. You wish you was Santana or Cam in them 10 J's. Do rag for 10 years and never had one wave. And I was that runaway slave that they buried in that one grave. And some say he would be back to hunt Slim Shady one day. Now I'm here, hope you ready. This is not mom's spaghetti. This your dad was 22 when he ate Lil Debbie. He takes the cake, cause she was only 15. So how could one not sympathize with her having you as a teen? She had to lose herself in a moment, give up her dreams, just to see her son out here looking like a wigger in jeans. Little Marshall Mathers, mad cause nobody thinks that Little Marshall matters. That sentiment's hard to gather. Let's get this shit all together. The picture was ripped, I fixed it, but none with me, you and 50. Let's stitch this shit all together. You like it, Slim? I made it just for you. I even kidnapped Stan's brother and baited him there for you. But you'll just say no. Probably leave us in the blistering cold. God made you damn near perfect, he just missed your soul. You ain't a shell of who you used to be, and after you, it's me on a Uzi spree like it's two of me. And Matthew's dead now. It's just you and me, the sweatpants, the dad hat, do-rag, and no jewelry. Is that cultural appropriation? Ask Paul if it's even appropriate for me to make that statement. Rude to me, how your date went? Did you re-dye your beard or get another facelift or do shrooms in your mom's basement until you nod and see spaceships and the aliens inside it come and tell you your talent's wasted? Then you wake up and you ain't shit. I know you fiending for a Dr. Dre bass it. How ironic. And add it in the basement, and now I chronic. Cause I done had it with the fake shit. You never understood ebonics or cadence. I press everything like a weight bench, and every time the plate hits, you off another playlist. Sorry it ain't working out, niggas shooting Billy Blanks. It's my winning speech. While I'm here, I should really thank MGK, UGK, Tech 9, Uzi Spray. My other 12 personalities wasn't really in the mood today. Hot kids, here's some fun. Let's all say nigga once. Crashed the car, hit and run. Jumped out, hid the gun. Your fans want a rap guy? Well, fuck it. I'ma give him one. I came to put Slim in the box, but he already living one. Mr. Shady, don't be shady. Pick that pen up, don't be lazy. Call up Dre and get that Dre beat. Jump off stage if shit get crazy. Mr. Shady, don't be shady. Pick that pen up, don't be lazy. Call up Dre and get that Dre beat. Jump off stage if shit get crazy.
I really think Hit Boy did his thing, man. I really do. I really think he got busy the whole song.
Yep.
Yeah. Shout out to Hit Boy, man. Let's get that out the way because we got a few things to cover here, man. Shout out to Hit Boy, in my opinion. I thought he bodied that.
Yeah.
Start to finish. The first beat, the change up, and then I think he sort of encapsulated that Eminem, Dr. Dre sound. He sounded just like something that Dr. Dre would probably make. And it just felt modernized though, and it felt a little bit more gutter, a little bit more edgy.
It almost feels like Game took us through the progression of Eminem, how he started his sound and how his sound evolved, you know, and his cadence evolved, and then started hitting you with some lyrical bombs that kind of might be scathing a little bit to Eminem, like Little Marshall Mathers, mad because nobody thinks that Little Marshall matters. You know, I thought that was a cool play on words there. But on the other side, though, George, there are some lines in here that I really didn't like. I thought was cringy worthy, even though I get what he's trying to say when he was talking about his mom. Like, what do you say? She had to lose herself in the moment, which is his song, Lose Yourself, right? Lose herself in the moment, give up her dreams just to see her son out here looking like a wigger in jeans. I didn't like that. I thought that was an attempt at a shot, but it's very surface level.
It fell flat.
Yeah, so I'm like, I didn't like that. So, but overall though,
but the Little Debbie ate the cake.
Yeah,
that was cool though.
This ain't mom spaghetti. Overall, I think he got the point across, but I do think he heated up. You said that earlier, George. I think he heated up as the song progressed here, and from the Interscope line to because I'm shady. He's all shit. I'm shadier than him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really want to know crazy?
Crazier than Kim.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I could take it there. And then when he said something about the bat signal goes up, you know, and he was like, I hope you live long enough to see your heroes turn into villains. Thought that was a really slick line.
Think I'm a Joker, riddle me this, right?
Yeah.
Still playing on the bat. Yeah, that was hard.
Yeah, man.
And
So
Eminem, I don't know if he was referencing Eminem's video. Which video was that? When Eminem was playing the Riddler, Batman. What video was that? Is it Please Stand Up?
Yeah.
Where he was doing,
I'm the Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. Yeah, that one. I think it was that one, yep. And then he said, well, I'm cleaning out my closet for you and your half-brother, you know. Another reference to his songs, one of his songs.
Drop the world on your head with one arm. I dropped the world on his fucking head. The song with him and Lil Wayne, right? That's a reference there.
That's why I'm dogging your style, because niggas rather bump Snoop.
Life was on loop, he said before that.
Yeah, man. You know so he has some lines in here, man, that are kind of scathing, man.
Nothing rhymes with orange.
Yeah.
Because I think Eminem said he can make anything rhyme. I think he made orange rhyme. I forgot what he said. I know all these references. Game knows all these references. I'm sure most of the people listening to this knows all the songs he's referencing, or most of them at least. And what does that say about Eminem's impact?
Yeah,
that says a lot.
It's huge.
You know what I'm saying? Because he had to know all this shit, right? So I could see people saying, is this debating if this is really a full-on diss, because it almost comes off like a homage to Eminem in a weird sense. Like he's kind of a fan, like a scorn fan. Clearly he has a lot of respect for Eminem. He said he has a lot of respect for Eminem. But I think it's a competitive thing. I think Game, sees certain things, sees Eminem's fan base, how they act on the internet, and there's different things that kind of, build that fire in him, right? The trolls, him being trolled by Eminem's fans.
I remember watching him in an interview not too long ago, and he was talking about if him and Dre would have linked up, like Eminem and Dre linked up. And he was like, dude, we would have been out of here, man. I know I would have been.
So there may be some resentment there.
So there could be some resentment there as well.
He said, so Ficket Slim Shady, please stand up. I love to put these hands up.
But Curtis always do, because 50 always got a lot to say, right? Now, does he still rap? Or did he have a change of heart too?
That's a shot at himself and 50.
Yeah.
Because Game was on the show to change a heart. You know what I'm saying? The chick on the show wasn't picking me, and Mariah wasn't picking you.
Yeah.
You know that Eminem and Mariah used to date, and he dissed Mariah. Mariah made the song "Obsessed with You." Why you're so obsessed with me? And was going at Eminem. So she ain't pick your ass. And then he said Cannons, right?
Yeah.
So the Cannons is Blam. And Nick Cannon was married to Mariah. Him and Eminem had gotten to a little verbal spat. I love when he said, I know you fiending for another Dr. Dre bass hit, right? Bass is crack, right? You know what I'm saying? But bass, Dr. Dre puts a lot of bass in his beats, right? How ironic, an attic in the basement. You know what I'm saying? So an attic, that's ironic because the attic is at the top of the house.
Yep.
The basement's at the bottom, right? But an addict, like a drug addict in the basement, right? So I just think that's him saying, man, you haven't been the same since that sound left you, since Dr. Dre hasn't been in your corner giving you those bass hits, man. You know what I'm saying? And you're an addict also, because he mentioned Vicodin, and Eminem was talked about doing shrooms and all these things. But you're in the basement, man. You just haven't been. You had the Eminem that I think took the world by storm hasn't really seen the light of day. You know what I mean? Since Dr. Dre kind of left him. You know what I mean? At least that resonated a bit more with hip hop. You never understood Ebonics or cadence. I press everything like a weight bench, and every time the plate hits, you off another playlist. So. That was a cool play on fitness and lifting weights, and the weight. Every time the weight hits, I'm pressing everything, right? I'm pressing you, we're pressing weights, and I'm basically, every time they, I'm putting another song out, or I'm this, or whatever the case may be, the people are feeling me more, and it's just they don't give a fuck about Eminem anymore. That's how I'm taking that. But he said you never understood Ebonics or cadence. I think that's a line that people can look at. Is very simple, and it is relatively basic, but it's powerful, because what Game is getting at, man, and this is what he's been talking about the entire song, is there's a disconnect between Eminem and then just the culture. When he says Ebonics, that's slang. Yeah. And there's a certain cadence, there's a certain rhythm and soul, right? He also had a soulless line somewhere in here as well, where he says, you're damn near perfect, but you're missing a soul. Yeah. You're missing the soul, right? You don't have the soul of what hip-hop was founded on, I think, is what Game is getting at here. When you don't have you don't know the slang, you don't got the cadences, you don't resonate with what made hip-hop great. Regardless of how much your success was, how much success you had outside of that, there's this sort of detachment from your music and the culture. Yeah. Sorry, it ain't working out. Niggas shooting Billy Blanks, right? It ain't working out for you. It is what he said. It's this, the music just ain't landing. You know what I'm saying? You're still selling records technically, but the music isn't resonating. You shooting Billy Blanks. So Billy Blanks did the Tybo workout. So he's still on this sort of scheme with working out, bench pressing Billy Blanks, right? Billy Blanks. Remember Billy Blanks?
Yeah,
the
I remember
Tybo
that shit.
But you shooting blanks, man. Them shits ain't really hitting like that. And how he ended it was cool too. Jumped out, hid the gun. Your fans want a rap god. Well, fuck it. I'm gonna give him one. Came to put Slim in a box, but he already live in one. I think that he is touching on a bubble that I think a lot of people think that Eminem's in. I think that I've heard a lot of people say that Eminem comes off detached, kind of tone deaf, kind of detached from the culture, kind of making music that isn't resonating with the culture. And it's just kind of, difficult because he's selling a lot of records. So it's tough for him to kind of get out of that bubble and realize what really will resonate and get back to making better songs. So I think that's his way of saying that. Like you living in a box, man. You living in a fucking bubble, bruh. Like that's not hitting, but it works but you're still selling records though. But it's not hitting for the people who really fuck with hip hop like that. Like you live in a box, man. And the little Marshall Mathers line, not resonating, not penetrating the culture line. These are all what the Game has been getting at the entire time. Overall, Game has always been ultra competitive. He's went at Jay. He's went at 50. He's went at Meek Mill. I mean, just to name a few. So he's an ultra competitive dude, man. And I just think that more than anything is really what's going on here. Because he said, Mr. Shady, don't be shady. Pick that pen up. Don't be lazy. So this is him
calling him out.
calling him out and baiting him into
Yep.
it. And I think what Eminem needs to realize that is Game he made a song called 300 bars, 100 something bars. This dude, I don't think he's going to stop. I think that I think if Eminem responds and it's a good response, I think Game's gonna come back with like 3 or 4 more. So it's just, so Eminem's gonna have to really, when he does respond, just drop a neutron bomb. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that way it's just like ain't nothing that anyone can say.
His fans just go so hard for him. I don't know if that's his fault, but I think he bears the brunt of the bullshit from his fans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he does.
So it's just,
dude, that's something that we need to make a whole video on.
Yeah, man.
His fan bases, I think, can really hurt someone's legacy. I really do. I think fan bases can diminish someone's legacy, which is crazy. It's for someone like Eminem. It's just unfortunate, man, because I do think that people understand that Eminem and rocking with Eminem, it's a package deal. Like, you got to deal with all these other motherfuckers over here, these dudes that are obsessive and disrespectful and troll you all day. So then it's just you start to resent Eminem unfairly, to your point, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's just unfair resentment. But I will say this though, man, just to sum it up. I think that this is a good diss. I just think it's bloated. I think that it's
too.
very, very bloated. And I think that there's some stuff in here. I think he's got some really good shit in here. But I just think it wasn't necessary to have a 10-minute diss.
Yeah.
But I understand what Game was thinking. He wanted a epic diss. He was going for epic, long, layered, with taking you through the evolution maybe of Eminem and switching cadences and this and that. But what I think would have been Game's best bet, personally, was just going hard. Just straight for the jugular.
Yeah.
And just
Me too.
going line for line, every line breaking them down. You can't show Eminem any respect. You can't. Because you're not going to out-rap him.
No.
You're just not going to out-rap the guy. He's going to out-rap everybody. So the only way you're really going to beat him is angles. But you have to angle this dude to death and really have real content breaking him down. If you start all this filler shit and all this Eminem trying to not saying anything, a lot of corny lines that are trying to imitate Eminem, I get what he was trying to do. But there's a lot of corny lines, regardless of what he was, regardless of the intention. The lines are corny. There's a lot of just silly, cringy shit in here that I'm like, I can tell that will probably turn people off. And he could have just really made this more efficient.
I agree
if he
with
made
that.
this more efficient and just went straight at Eminem and penetrating the culture and dug in on that, this could have been like a very, very scathing diss. But as it stands right now, this is very beatable to me. I think Eminem, this is very beatable. I think Eminem could come back and get crazy and really dissect. He's going to combat some of these lines that Game has. So it's beatable. But I think Game probably knows it's beatable, which is why he's baiting Eminem. I think this is more of a bait. It's crazy to say a 10-minute song is a bait.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But I think it's just his way of really getting Eminem to step out of the gym and spar and get it in. Because I just think he wants to test his pen. I can see people really fucking with it, and I can see people really hating it. I can see certain aspects of it that are going to just turn people off, and certain aspects of it that people will really love. I think the beat is cool. I think the chorus is cool. I think the thought process is really cool throughout this. And I think that he was very ambitious in his approach here. Yeah. And it just doesn't sound bad. If you just listen to this shit, it doesn't sound bad. But as a diss, good for me, not great, beatable, but I give Game a lot of credit, man. He has some shit in here that I think is worthy of a response. Salute to everybody that requested that. Salute the Game, man. Give us some feedback on how Game's album's been sounding.
Yes, sir.
I have a feeling that it's probably gonna be dope. I could be wrong though, but give us some suggestions on other songs to react to. That's the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm George. That's Ryan. Las Vegas. We out.